Hi Aquarius, this is Jess with your weekly reading for December 12th to the 19th. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. So Aquarius, um, everything was good just last week for some of you. And even coming into this week, I feel like you had a lot of energy and things were going really good for you. You could have, I feel like there was an accomplishment of a huge feat, okay, that has put you on cloud 10 for some of you. And it could have just been any major thing that you didn't think that you were going to be able to accomplish it. You didn't think that you were going to be able to get over it or get through, and you did. And it could have not necessarily been for you. It could have been for a child. It could have been for someone that's important to you, but there was some type of success in an adventure that you possibly on first glance thought was a hard feat or an impossibility. However, now I feel like having dealt with that and gotten the victory and feeling really good, and some of you just overall could be just have felt really good, there seems to be a slowdown. For some of you, I'm seeing that there is this situation that you're not even really aware that you're heartbroken. Some of you are not really even aware that you're still holding on to a heartbreak that's been 3 years out or more. Okay. And there is this feeling of a heartbreak. Now, again, the reason why I feel like you're not aware is because it's not the typical symptoms of heartbreak. You're still functioning, albeit at a slower pace. So this week, things have kind of slowed down a bit. I feel like you slowed down for some of you and things have slowed down. Work could be a little bit less at this time, even though there's so much that has had to have happened with work and in life general, especially with you guys having Mars transiting you. I think it's getting ready to get out of your sign. You're still putting out fires. You still have a lot of irons in the fire, as they say, but it's not to the highest octave as it has been. Okay. And I feel like overall, for some of you experiencing this heartbreak, there is this slowdown. Some of you are just not even interested. Like, you could be lethargic this week, just kind of out of it at work. You're not on top of your game. You're a little closed off. You're not really socializing with people. It's almost like you're going into a cocoon, if you will. And I feel like that's because you're missing someone. There's someone that you miss dearly. And I feel like you don't want to feel the feelings. And so you have, I guess, Jedi mind tricked yourself in some kind of way to not feel it. Possibly, again, focusing on work, focusing on other things. And now that pace has kind of slowed down and now you have a moment to breathe, the feelings are coming back. It's harder and harder for you to trick yourself away from those feelings. It's harder and harder for you to ignore the fact that there are definitely options out there, but you're not interested in them. I feel like for others of you, staying on that for those of you experiencing this, I feel like some of you would love nothing more but to kind of reach out to this person, tell them how you feel, let them know that all you would want is to reconcile and make things better. That you kind of regret the way things happened, the way things ended, like you regret it. And it's almost at this point for this week, for some of you, a lot to deal with. You may even hear someone saying this to you. So it goes both ways. You know, some of you could be hearing a person saying this, or through the grapevine, through someone else or something like that. With social media, a lot of people can see a lot of things that's going on with people. So it could be that as well. But it could be happening to you from to someone else to you. But there is a longing for someone. And I feel like you're really longing for this person because you know that this person either has moved on, or this person, or at least it appears that this person isn't thinking about you. Like, this person seems to be okay with the fact that you're no longer together. And I feel like it really is tearing you up inside. And as we get closer to the week, you may find yourself indulging in ways that is not necessarily healthy. And I feel like for a lot of you, it's a psychological thing. It's a psychological hurt. For some of you, it will be ego. Others of you, it is, again, the tricking of yourself, but then it has to manifest somehow. And the way that it will for you as an air sign, it will be the mentalness that I feel you'll pick up. Okay. And again, to reconcile, for some of you, there will be that going out and indulging in things that you should not indulge in, over excess, okay, of whatever that is for you. Okay. Or it just may be to a point where you're obsessively and compulsively thinking about this person, perhaps, watching their social media and, that sort of thing, cross-watching these videos, whatever, that sort of thing. And some of you may even go to a mother, a sister, an aunt, a friend, but a female friend, someone that that's very nurturing and caring, and it has healing ways about them too. Some of you will not share verbally, but it is to be in that energy to hopefully enlighten you up, to kind of bring you out of this. Okay. Others of you, it will be to go to this person to console you and confide in and that sort of thing. Okay. I do see that at the end of the week, though, you're going to be unenthusiastic. Okay. Again, for some of you, it just may play out as just like not having as much energy as you normally do. I mean, with Mercury going retrograde, it can have an effect on you in that way as well. I mean, so it can play out. But the reason why this could be playing out for some of you just on an energetic level, it could be that. I do see that there will be a knowing that you need to kind of accept it for what it is and move on, but it will be a task. It will be a task for some of you. Now, others of you, you're not going to be forced. Someone is actually trying to force you. You see how my energy just changed? You're not going to be forced. Some of you are not going to be forced into something with someone. Like, you're not. It's almost as if I'm talking to Aries, because I know that they're not going to be forced either. But I feel like someone could be using tactics to get you to do something that they want you to do, like commit to them. And you're like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm sorry. You're standing your ground. No matter how much, like, the person could have stopped answering your calls, or they don't call you as much, like the energy has slowed down, and you may be trying to reach out to them and they're like, no, you just can't get them. You just can't reach them. And I feel like after a time of kind of contemplating, okay, you may realize that, I'm exhausted with this. I can't keep chasing after you if you kind of don't want, because you're going to probably go to the person's house, call them up. Like, you're going to try every kind of way that you can to, reach out to this person. And basically by the end of the week or by next week, end of the month, you're going to just allow it to just let it go. Because you're like, I'm exhausted. This is not, if you're going to make this work, or if you're going to forgive me, then you just need to do it. We need to move forward. I can't keep doing this. And I feel like for all of you that what I've just said relates, you will get to a place of completion. You will get on the other side of this thing. Okay. And I feel like it's possibly going to be at the top of next year. Like, I want to say, So like, I want to say March, or like February, the end of February or March for some of you. So 3 months is what I'm kind of seeing here. But there will be a time where you just wake up and say, okay, I'm done. But I feel like this week you're going to be exhausted. Some of you, it's going to be this actual week where by the end of the week, it's like, okay, you know what? I can't do this anymore. I'm just going to move on. Others of you, I feel like as it relates to work, I feel like there's a good slowdown, because you guys were definitely burning a candle at both ends. And if you have your own client-based business, there's still a lot of business going on this week, and be thankful, because once Mars leaves you, it'll get back to normal pace. But I feel like you're kind of catching up with now the slowdown of the rush. So if this is off season for you at work and it kind of slows down with the holidays and that sort of thing, you're now catching up. You're now able to catch up with past work that you were swamped with. And I feel like there can be, For some of you, bored with your job. Like some of you are just bored out of your mind with the job that you're doing. You're doing it, but you really, it's not like you hate it, but it's almost getting to the point where you hate it, but you're so uninterested. And there may be someone at the job that you kind of have an interest in, but the person is not, they're not paying you any attention. So, or they just may not even be aware that you're interested in them. But I do see that. Now, I do see that, again, for work, there will be saving money. So some of you, again, could have done Christmas shopping, that sort of thing, extended yourself, whatever this thing was before that maybe you had to make a big purchase that I knew you guys moved, that sort of thing. Now it's like you're building up your capital this week. You're building up your capital. You're building up your capital. And some of you guys, again, even though there's a slowdown, some of you are taking on extra shifts or extra work or, trying to drum up more business, if you will, or put in extra hours, again, to get yourself back on the level playing field financially that you were once in before you either had to make a big purchase or move, that sort of thing. And I feel like for those of you that relates to, by the end of the week, you are going to be exhausted. You're going to be really tired. And I feel like there's going to be, for some of you, and this is totally unrelated to anything, but some of you there's going to be some type of separating or having to separate for some of you from someone or from a situation, having to sacrifice a situation, let go of someone, and you really don't want to do it. You almost see it coming. So some of you, it will be happening down the line within the next, I feel, 3 weeks to 3 months for some of you. But you'll feel it really strongly 2 months ahead or 2 weeks ahead before you actually have to make the decision or actually see the person separating from you. Okay. And someone might be leaving, literally moving away. So someone very significant in your life may be moving away. Others of you may just experience a mate traveling. So they'll be traveling at the end of the week. Again, we have the holidays in the States, so that's very much likely. And you may be in a contemplative state, or you will be. Like, I feel like with this time of separation, someone is going to be thinking about what do they do with this relationship. Okay. Others of you, there will be travel again to go see your mother or someone very significant in your life. And I feel like that'll be just the thing that you need. It's like it'll recharge you. I feel like it'll make you feel really good to be around this person, whomever this person is to you. And others of you, I feel like after a long time of possibly not giving a particular person a try or not wanting to go to the next level with another person, it's almost like they wear you down. But it's not like, you don't want to do it. I feel like when you go see the person, there will be a decision of like, let's take this to the next level. So if you guys are going to see a person, for some of you, this is a general, so it won't resonate with everyone specific. But for some of you that is going to travel to see someone as it relates to a relationship, some of you will be taking it to the next level. Others of you will conclude it, where it's like you'll know that because you've already been thinking about this for the past 3 weeks, 3 months, or 2 weeks, 2 months. You've already been kind of contemplating, what do I do if I open up to this person? And some of you, this heartbreak from before is so big, and it's in your subconscious, so you're not really aware that you're still holding on to a past heartache or separation from someone that you felt you really loved, that your fears are far greater than this person's ability to love you or anything, because you literally cannot connect to it. You just cannot allow yourself to release that fear in order to obtain a level of love that you probably have never felt before. And so for that, there will be a conclusion. Okay. But I do see conclusions in relationships. I do see some of you obsessing over people. I do see work slowing down, but then some of you taking on more work, extra work, in order for you to level out on a financial level. And there will be definite abundance and successes for a lot of Aquariuses going into 2017. It's as if some of you are literally walking into meeting your wife and the mother of your children. Others of you are literally walking into success and abundance. Like 2017 for a lot of Aquariuses are going to be amazing, but don't But understand, if when you meet this woman that will be your wife and child, you will not get out of it easily. It won't be no getting out of that. And when you do embark on this career, your own business, whatever it is for you, and it starts to take off, it will create a lot of work, and you will have to put in a lot, and it will cause for you to have to sacrifice a couple of things as well. So that's what I have for you guys. I know it's not just a week, but it was saying a lot, so I had to kind of put it in there. And if you can resonate and would like to comment below, please do. We would love to hear from you. And if you're new to this channel, welcome and subscribe, because I will be back very soon with another one. Take care, Aquarius.